Comfort Inn of Pittsburgh offers a cozy, welcoming room with free internet access. Enjoy the indoor pool area year-round and wake up to a complimentary breakfast every morning. When staying at the Comfort Inn, you can feel at ease knowing that your satisfaction is the most important thing to us.
Coach Beck, Jim Henry from the Joplin Globe. After last week's loss, you're kind of on a familiar road as last year. I mean, from now on, it's just win in advance, and you really can't afford another loss.
Yeah, I don't think that's the message to the team. I think you just kind of worry about trying to get better. And we made a lot of mistakes last week, and first and foremost, we got to give Washburn a lot of credit. They had a good football team and had a good game plan, came in, did a nice job. But our concern is just improving our football team. Got to get better, and there's going to be a lot of tough games left in the MIAA, and we got to take them 1 week at a time, like we always talk about. And we got to go play a good Fort Hays team that's 3-0.
This week's the two best rushing offenses in the conference. Are they similar, or are there some pretty big differences between the two of them?
Similar in sets as far as formations and some of the things they do, but a lot different in a lot of ways. Shaquille is their top leading rusher, and he didn't even start the game against Central Oklahoma. He came in after a knee injury to the other guy and came in and did a fantastic job. And he's a unique style. I mean, he can cut on a dime and go get yards. He's fast. He's quick. And then you add Trevion to the mix as a quarterback, and he's a guy that they have some design quarterback runs for him, but he picks up a lot of yards on scrambles as well. So you've got to be aware of him. Anytime in a passing situation, you got to be aware of what he's doing, because if the defensive lineman gets out of his lane, he'll pull it down and go get yards.
Does Trevion get more yards out of the scramble than out of, say, an option?
He gets plenty out of the scramble, but like I said, they've got some design runs for him as well. Doing a few more things with him, and the thing about him is I think he's just much improved in the passing game. You can really see where he's really worked on that and got a lot better there.
Coach, what kinds of things did you learn about your team last Saturday?
Well, they're not going to quit. That's the first thing. Is we got down. It was looking pretty bleak at times, and our defense found a way to get a couple of stops at the end of the game, and our offense found a way to go get points, and then drive the ball down again and give us a chance to go tie the game at the end of the game. So, that's the thing. You want to see great energy. You want to see guys that are going to fight till the end and play as hard as they can. And there's obviously some mistakes that we've made that we have to improve on, but at least we know that we're going to fight all the way to the end.
What are you working on this week to improve?
Depends on the side. A lot of things. All three phases, there's things that we got to get better at, and I think we've been good in our special teams, but I think we can be a lot better yet. I think there's a lot of room for improvement there just because of the personnel that we have on those teams. Offensively, we had a couple times we jumped off sides towards the end of the game that really cost us, and those are just mental mistakes and just kids that are eager to make a play and jumped, and that's just part of it. Defensively, we've got to do a better job of we had 13 missed tackles last week. We got to cut down on missed tackles. We can't tackle that well. We can't tackle like that and do what we need to do defensively. So there's a lot of things on both sides of the ball.
Fort Hays is allowing only 16 points per game. How are you going to go into this with a game plan?
Well, again, offensively, we put our offense out there, and their job is to take the ball down and score. So it's not going to change. I mean, we're still so young in the season. A lot of times stats are a little deceiving at this point still. So, we do have, we can compare the scores a little bit because we've played a couple of common opponents, but still too early to worry too much about that. We just got to go out and execute and go get first downs on offense, and defensively try to get some 3 and outs.
What are your concerns with Fort Hays? Is it the quarterback? Is it Shaquille Cooper?
Quarterback, Shaquille Cooper, yes. those are definitely yes. Number 7, their wide receiver, Flory's a very good player as well. Good offensive line, gives makes some nice holes. So they're going to be a great challenge for us defensively, and I know our defense will be excited to go play. but very solid on defense. They blocked some field goals on special teams. Their kickoff coverage is really good. They really get down the field really good. So just several things, just all three phases they've done a nice job with, and that's why they're off to a 3-0 start.
Montrae, Eddie Lomchek with KKOW Radio. What's practice been like this week coming off a loss?
I think practice this week's been the same. We just kind of, a little bit more focused. We need a little bit more focus, especially after what happened at home last week. Obviously, nobody likes to lose, but I just seen a lot more focus out of the guys. Just focus on alignment, assignment, and being physical, and actually a little bit more care. You know what I'm saying? After you lose like we lost at home, and we had a chance to come back and tie the game in the fourth quarter, and it didn't happen. You kind of get checked, you get a little check. But I think that's good for our team. I think we needed it, and we look forward to good things.
For you as a player, I know you take things one step at a time, but what do you tell yourself now with one loss on the season?
That we've been here before. And like Coach said, we last season we had to deal with the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And as a senior, I have to be able to lead among a group of people that might not have done this before, you know what I'm saying? And I just preach to the guys that we just got to stay focused and continue to trust in each other and love on each other and trust that this group right here can get it done regardless of a loss, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we can continue to move forward and get better, and that's just the message right now.
For you, talk about your time here. You gradually worked yourself into a more prominent role and then to be elected a captain this year. Talk about how you see your role on this team.
Honestly, the role that I'm in right now is truly a blessing to me. Wasn't really expecting it. I just kind of did what I just bought into the program, you know what I'm saying? I started as a red shirt, and just gradually I had great guys in front of me, from Gus Toka to Avery Adair, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of had to wait my turn. And instead of me thinking about quitting, I just focused in on my task at hand and getting better, and now I'm in the position of where I am right now, which is truly a blessing to me. And honestly, me being a captain is an attribute to my teammates because they vote for that, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with me. I didn't ask for it, but I greatly appreciate it, and I'm up to the challenge.
What do you think will be the challenges against Fort Hays State offense?
As Coach says, they have two running backs in the backfield, and it just so happens that one can throw the ball, you know what I'm saying? And I know they have a good wide receiver on the outside, but I trust in my defense, and we've been working really, really hard this week and focusing in on our technique and our alignment and our assignment, and working on all 11 playing together, you know what I'm saying? And if one of the 11 doesn't do his job, we have to pick him up, and the next play keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Our focus right now is just shut up and play. I feel like we've been doing a lot of talking. Now we just need to go out there and produce without our mouths, and just trust what our coaches have put us through this week will get the job done.
Is it disappointing, or is it difficult to keep your spirits up after what a lot of people would call a surprising loss, and just keep moving forward? Is it difficult to do that?
I wouldn't say a surprising loss, because Washburn, they play technically sound. You got to give it to those guys. They came out here and executed, and we didn't. But with me, and I think with our guys also, it's a 24-hour rule. You soak in your sorrows, and on Tuesday you still have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? And you're either going to continue focusing on the past or look towards the future. And I think the guys got that concept down pretty good. Like I said, I feel like we're really focused for this weekend and ready to go.
What do you do to stop a guy like Shaquille Cooper?
Be in the right place at the right time. Whatever play call it is, if we're supposed to chase and scrape, we can chase and scrape. Simple, you can't really. He's a special player, but if we do anything to try and complicate what we're doing, he's going to end up probably winning each situation, you know what I'm saying? So we have to stick to what we've done and what we know we're good at, and then see what the outcome takes us.
Are you eager to go improve? You know that you guys are better than what you were last week?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And me personally, and I know for sure my team also, because nobody likes to lose, you know what I'm saying? I feel like every team comes into the season wants to go undefeated, you know what I'm saying? And it just so happened it didn't go our way. But the blessing about it is we have another chance to go out here and produce and get better, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like personally we're ready for this challenge, you know what I'm saying? And like they said, they're 3-0. they don't know how it feels. But, you know, we're coming in town. Like I said, we've been practicing hard and we're ready to go.
Brian, Eddie Lomchek with KKOW Radio. I'll ask you the same. What's it been like this week coming off a loss?
You know, Coach Beck talked about Saturday and Sunday kind of how we feel. We feel like crap, kind of, to be honest, after coming off a loss. But once Monday hit, we had to focus on the task at hand, and that's Fort Hays. So, I mean, this week hasn't been any different. We've been just focused on Fort Hays, improving on the mistakes that we made in last week's game. So, I mean, we're ready, though.
You're a veteran player. Talk about your role when it comes to practicing the week after a loss.
I mean, just keep doing what I've been doing. You know, we got some great guys in front of me: Jeff Siebold, Jamal, Tyler, Michael Rose, and Steven Sullivan. I mean, we've all been there and we're all ready. And if one man goes down, we're the next man up. So let's keep on working on what we have to do.
For you, haven't had real regular time on the field. You've been productive at times. Talk about keeping yourself ready when you're not necessarily a starter or out there consistently.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you just kind of have to prepare yourself in practice, keep working hard, because you never know what can happen in one play, you know. One play, the guy goes down and the next guy has to jump in. So you got to just keep working hard in practice, so when your time comes, you're ready.
What did you learn about the offense from the game Saturday?
I mean, we fought hard. We really did. We struggled at times, though. We made a few mistakes, but, I mean, we just got to keep focusing on the little details, and that's what we've been doing this week, focusing on little details, and so that way we can be ready this week.
You guys got a pretty young offensive line. Has there been any disappointment or, you know, anything like that, or have they been able to keep their heads to the ground and keep moving forward after that?
No, these guys have been great. They work hard in the weight room. I mean, they work really hard. So, I mean, we're going to be good. So we'll be all right. I mean, we've been in this position before, so we're just got to keep moving forward.
Any concerns heading into this game?
No, I mean, we just got to treat it like it's another game, you know. Don't worry about it too much. So, I mean, we lost in the past week, and I know in our national championship year we lost to Washburn at home, and we ended up winning there on out and won national championship. So, I mean, that's a sign to come. We lost to Washburn at home this year, so who knows what can happen.
I know you guys are going to be playing with a chip on your shoulder Saturday. Can you kind of tell us how it's going to be like going in Fort Hays?
Oh, we just got to be physical like the Gorillas do. So we just got to play our game, and if we don't play our game, any team can beat us on any given day.
Ryan, it's a long trip out there with an overnight stay. Talk about what that can do to kind of get away from everything here and have all that time just as a team on the road.
Well, I mean, actually, I kind of like it. I enjoy it because you get to be with the team alone and in that hotel, and you just get to talk and sit around. So I enjoy it. Kind of builds on your team and team character. So I enjoy it, and we'll just, focus on the game at hand.
The Holiday Inn Express of Pittsburgh has flexible meeting spaces, complimentary internet access, a free hot breakfast bar in the morning, and an indoor pool that the whole family will enjoy. Come book a room at the newest hotel in Pittsburgh, the Holiday Inn Express.